Hello creators, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations, and today I am bringing you my very first project, being back at home and on the job, this Reverse Eclipse Give Thanks card made from the Painted Harvest stamp set, which you can bundle with the punch and save 10%. But isn't that card just so cute and fantastic? I have been seeing a lot of the Eclipse cards lately where the give would be popped up, but I really like how the Reverse Eclipse gives it kind of that sunken look. So I thought that was kind of fun and different. So we are going to make this card, and we can't forget about the inside. Absolutely so cute. Let's go ahead and get started making this guy. All right, so I have my paper here, my cardstock. So I have a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet cut in half at 5.5 and then scored in the middle at 4 1/4. This is our card base. I also have 2 pieces of Very Vanilla cardstock. One is cut from the thick Very Vanilla cardstock, and the other is cut from the regular Very Vanilla cardstock, and they are both the same size. They measure 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. To get started, I'm going to go ahead and mount up some of my stamps that I'm going to use. So I have my acrylic blocks here. I have my handy dandy D block, which is the best size. If you are not sure what size block to get a D. I also have C, B, and A. Those are the most commonly used blocks in my Stampin' arsenal. So I often find that I reach for these the most. Just a little FYI for you guys out there. So I'm going to start with the large background of the sunflower. And I love the 2-step stamping on this. It just gives it such dimension and warmth. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful. I love it. All right, so I have that. I'm going to grab the main fern guy, and by main fern I am talking about the darker one. So I'm using the larger sunflower here, the darker fern, and then I'm also going to go ahead and mount up my sunflower middle as well as one of my little acorn pieces. So the sunflower middle goes on that block, and the bottom of the acorn goes on that block. So that's what I'm going to start with. And we're going to get stamping here. So let me move my blocks up a bit. All right, so here's my thick piece. Here's my thin piece. The thick piece is going to be going onto the top of our card. The thin piece goes inside. So let me grab my foam pad. Since these are photopolymer, I like to stamp on the foam pad. It helps really pronounce those images with that photopolymer. I'm actually going to turn that upside down. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start here, and we're going to begin with crushed curry. That is the large part of our sunflower. So let's ink that up, get that nice and juicy. And I'm going to stamp 3 on the front, and I'm stamping it mostly all on the card. And then I'm going to stamp slightly off the card as well. So kind of angle it a little bit. And then let's do one more down here. I like to work in odd numbers. Don't ask me why, I'm just odd like that. Okay, so there's our 3 main sunflowers. I'm going to bring in my regular cardstock that's going to go on the inside, and we're going to do one up in this corner and one more down here. All right, just like that. Okay, so clean that one off. Now I'm going to grab the detailed sunflower. And with pumpkin pie, I'm going to add my accents. So there is a right and a wrong way, I believe, to put this on. I just kind of eyeball it. I don't think, I mean, you know, it's one of those kind of artistic-y things. So I don't really know how much it matters. I haven't played with the set enough to tell all the differences, but you can see no matter how you stamp it, it is gonna come out gorgeous. Just love that. It's so beautiful. So what I do is you can kind of see that there's like a little pooch. I don't know the best way to describe that, but this comes out just a little bit right here. And I'm kind of lining that up with this indent right here on the side. So that is how I am doing mine, and kind of lining it up that way. But you know, either way, it just comes out so pretty, so pretty. So let's bring this other guy back in. I'm doing the inside and the front at the same time. Okay, one there. And here. I cannot believe I waited so long to get this set. It is stunning. All right, and then we'll do this one. Okay. Beautiful. All right, and grab this guy, which is going to be our little inside to our sunflower. So I'm going to ink that guy up. And let's see, how do I want to put him in there? There may be a right and a wrong way for him as well, but again, just go with it. That lines up pretty decently. And it's okay if there's a little bit of white or vanilla behind it. It is not the end of the world. So cute. It's just part of the rustic quality of the way that it looks. And it's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to grab my little acorn top too while I'm here. I need to grab a piece of scratch paper real quick. Okay, and I have the little acorn, the acorn bottom. So I'm inking him up, and I'm going to stamp him off twice. And then I'm just going to come in and kind of stick him in a couple of places. And I think I had 5 on my last card. I'm just going to do 3 on this one. Kind of mix it up a bit. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to take my acorn top, and I stamped this guy off twice. I'm just going to stamp the top off once so that he is just a little darker than the nut portion. Oops. Stamp it off. Stamp him down. See how you get that two-tone effect with the same color ink pad? Love it. Cute. All right. And did I put acorns on the inside? I didn't put acorns on the inside, so I think I'm going to leave them off of the inside again. All right, so now I'm going to take my old olive, close up my soft suede, and I'm taking old olive with that main fern image, and we're just going to put a few of him around, coming in and off of the cardstock. And let's just do one more up here, right like that. I like things in 3s. I think that's a good number. Odd numbers are good in design elements, in my opinion. All right, so now I'm going to take this fern guy right there, and we're going to use Always Artichoke. So bring that one in. Okay. And we're going to go right over the top of that old olive fern to give it all of that gorgeous detail. Ooh, so beautiful. And again, you know, I mean, you can line it up perfectly or you can be off just slightly. It's okay. Just think that is so gorge. All right, so now that I promptly forgot to do the inside of my card, I'm going to go ahead and do that in fast forward mode real quick. All right, now that I have the stamping mostly done, the last thing is to get our gather together and give thanks sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp the give thanks. So I'm going to angle it on my, what is this, the C block. And I'm going to grab soft suede and a little scrap of very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to take my soft suede and my sentiment, and I'm just going to ink up the part that I need, being careful not to ink up the rest of it. Here we go. And we're going to stamp it off close to the right edge. Okay, just like that. All right, and now, okay, I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to leave quite a bit off to the left, and then I'm going to banner cut the right edge. I'm going to cut up the middle and then from corner to that middle cut, and then pluck those guys out just like that. All right, I'm going to take some linen thread and I'm going to tie that around my sentiment on that left edge. So I'm just going to crisscross and loop this up a little bit to give it some texture and dimension, just like that. Chop off the end. And I'm just going to tie a really quick knot just to hold it in place. Okay, so now I can set that aside until I am ready to stick it on. All right, we're ready for our big shot. So I have the large letters framelits dies right here. These things are awesome. So I'm gonna get my letters out. I need G, I, E, and V for my give sentiment. And I have my magnetic platform, a cutting plate, my cardstock, the thick cardstock, and then my letters, which I am going to arrange on here. Now you could offset them like this, that would be kind of fun, but I like mine to go parallel. And to help make sure that they're all lined up evenly, I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to smudge it right across the top of all those letters, just so that they are all in line. Do the same thing on the bottom, just to kind of smudge it up a little bit. And they're not all going to be totally perfect. Some of them might be slightly taller, and that's totally okay, but I have a pretty good spacing there. So I'm going to go ahead and sandwich that with another cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. All right, with the little help of movie magic, we have that all cut out. Boop. So now I can take off my letters and keep those cut out pieces. Okay, so here is my old olive cardstock. Grab my bone folder, fold that cardstock in half, and get it lined up. Okay, so I'm going to pop out all of my letters and set those aside for a moment. And there we go. There's my give, and there's my give without the innards, okay? And then there might be a couple of stringy bits, so I'm just gonna kind of work my fingers around it very gently, kind of get those to go away. All right, so that I know that I get a good line up, so that when I go to glue these down, everything's in the right place, I am going to take this and just set it on top right where I want it and get my placement. And I'm going to use a couple bits of washi tape to hold everything together so it doesn't move around. Like so. And then I'm going to use some of our Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm just going to put a little dab here and there. You want to be careful that you don't accidentally glue your outline down. But you want enough glue so that your letters stick. So, there we go. And then once you get them put back into the puzzle piece, let them sit for a little bit until they dry. Make sure that eye is in the appropriate direction. All right, so give that a minute or two to soak up the glue and get stuck in place. And while that is working, I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow on my sentiment here. And there was one other thing that I forgot to stamp on the inside of my card piece, and that is the sentiment, "I am thankful for you." So I have some soft suede, and I'm going to ink up that sentiment. I'm just going to stamp it up in the right hand corner. There we go. Beautiful. All right, now that that's had a little bit of time to mellow, I'm going to carefully remove that washi tape. Okay, and then very carefully pull up my outline, making sure I don't take the letters with it. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm using both of the regular and the mini dimensionals just so I can make sure that everything pops up really well and stays popped up. So 3 across the bottom, 3 across the top, and then I'm going to put 1 there, there, here, and along this side too. And I'm going to take a couple of those teeny tiny guys. They're so cute, aren't they? I love these. And I'm going to put 1 there, there, here, and then let's just do 2 more. And yes, I am probably going a little dimensional crazy right now because I love these dimensionals. They're my favorite. You can never have too many. All right, so peeling off the backing on all those and getting that ready to stick down. So now I'm going to line that right up over my letters, taking care to match the edges also, just like that. Oh, it's coming together. I'm so excited. Yay. All right, so now I have my mini glue dots. I'm going to use those to glue down my sentiment. So get one on the back of there. Oh, come on. Stick. Stick, little guy. And then one in the middle. One near the banner end. We're going to put him... Should we do him on the top this time? Yeah, let's do him on the top this time. Right there. Cute. All right, and the last step is to adhere the inside. So I have some snail, and we're just gonna run a little bit back here. Line him up, just like so. And done. Look at how gorgeous that card is. Oh, I love this stamp set, you guys. What do you think? Do you need to give it a try? Get it? Yeah, I need some help. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Visit me online at melissascreations.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much for visiting today. I hope you guys try this card out, get your supplies from me at my shop, and have a very thankful holiday. Bye, guys.